Yo, what's up guys, कैसे आप सब लोग? I think you all were doing well and fine. So today's topic is we are going to discuss the timeline for applying for Italy. Although if you are applying for the masters or bachelor's program or PhD, we're gonna cover the whole timeline. So be with this video, and if you find it valuable, so do like and share to the need one. So without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, so starting from the initial days. Okay, so starting from the initial days, what you have to prepare and what you have to do, right? So before application you have to prepare some of the documents needed, right? So first and the foremost thing what you need is the passport. It is the, as you know, it is the most important thing. So in India generally passports take the preparation and the all the things, the process takes almost a month to get your passport in your hand. So booking an appointment to going to the passport seva kendra, the document verification, and the passport get dispatched, and you get your passport through the post. So if you are running short of time, so do apply your passport and book the appointment as soon as possible. Okay, so you do not lag in the process, right? So the second thing is preparing for IELTS or TOEFL, right? So if you are aspirant, like you're more dedicated towards studying Italy and all, so you have to be more specific regarding the English proficiency certificate. Although the mode of instruction certificate elsewhere, the mode of instruction certificate is issued by your universities or the previous education you have done from that. It specifies that you have done your education in English, right? So although it can be used, but the nowadays the competition is really high for the Italian universities, right? So it is for your betterment, and that you must provide an English proficiency certificate like IELTS or TOEFL, right? You don't need much band score there, but the minimum criteria is meeting a 5.5 band in English and equivalent in TOEFL too, right? So you have to give time to that also. And if you take this certificate before applying to the universities, the acceptance rate of your application would rose high. Okay, and the English language certificate, right, IELTS or TOEFL may help you in the visa process too, giving you an upper edge from the different applicants who are using a mode of instruction certificate, right? So that's the second thing. And the third thing is, if you are applying for the bachelor's, you have to give the exam. If you are applying for the master's or PhD, there is no need to give any sort of exam for application process. You will be judged by your CVs and your motivation letters and what your past work you have done and the studies and all, and interview call from the universities to get an acceptance, right? So that's the thing. And for the bachelor's you have to give the exam, right? So mostly for the engineering courses, for applying in the Italian universities, you need a TOLC exam, English TOLC. It would be English TOLC I for the engineering courses, English TOLC E for the economics, and A for, I think, F is also an part for the studies, right? So these three parts. So you have to check the mandatory exam on your application call of the university. So you can go specifically for that exam and apply for it and book an appointment and do prepare for it, right? Although the TOLC exam is adopted by many of the universities, accepted for the Italian universities, but there is one option more, that you can go for the SAT or GRE or GMAT. So SAT would be an best option, because not being on an one option only, right? Like Italy, you can apply with the SAT scores to all over the world for studying abroad. So You can go with the set, you can go or you can go with the TOLC, or so for the some specific universities like Politecnico di Milano and the University of Torino for engineering courses, they need a specific exam conducted by them is TIL exam. So you have to check the course curriculum well and the previous year course, so you can get an well information about what the criteria you have to meet to apply for the universities, right? So these all the things before the application. Right, now come to the shortlisting universities. So before application, you must shortlist the universities. You can use the university.it portal. It's an official portal to apply for in no, so it is the specific portal, so where you have to do the pre-enrollment too. So it is from the government side, right? So you can check the courses there, the English program, first cycle, second cycle, and the other one. First cycle is equals to the bachelor's program, and second cycle for the masters and the other things also. So you can go check there for shortlisting university, although you can use the other websites too, like bachelor's portal and the master's portal to check the universities and courses, or you can scroll there about the universities, specific universities, and you can check there the courses English program for international students, right? So it is recommended to apply for 5 universities, minimum of 5 universities, to be on a safer side. From the 5 of them, you can get acceptance from 1, 2, or 3 as per your eligibility. So it is good to apply as much as possible. There might be a need of application fees to be paid. It is range from 0 to 50 euros or 55 euros per application. Or some of the universities doesn't need an application fees, like University of Markham, Messina. From these intake, I think 2024, University of Sapienza also had and the application fees of 30 euros. So previously it was not, it was 0. So you have to check that you need to pay application fees before applying to universities. There is a need to own the international payment from your bank, right? So you have to go to bank, or you can through IVR, I think SBI I had done. Through IVR you can own the international payment for your bank, right? So you must have a global visa or debit card, global visa card, or like that, so you can do the international payments while applying for the university, so you don't feel got in trouble, right, while applying to the universities. Before applying and after shortlisting, there is need to prepare the CVs and motivation letters. So let's just talk about the application documents you need to apply, right? So documents like the passport, the most and foremost, passport, the motivation letter or SOP, statement of purpose, the CV must be in Europass format. You can go check the website Europass. So you can go there and prepare your CV. Although if you need a specific video in preparing the CV and the motivation letter, I gonna make the separate videos in depth that how to prepare and what points to be mentioned there to get an more strong SOPs and CVs, right? So the SOP, CV, passport, and the English proficiency certificate. If you had given the exam like IELTS and TOEFL, you can put the certificates, or you can use the mode of instruction certificate. You can get from the previous education from where you have done, so they can write and give you that you had done your previous education in English, so you do not need any sort of English proficiency certificate. But there is a thing that you must check the eligibility criteria, that the university needs an specific IELTS or TOEFL or something exam certificate for the English proficiency, or they can you can go with the mode of instruction certificate, right? So this thing, and 2 letter of recommendations, right? You can get it from the previous from where you have done the previous education. All the things what I am mentioning here, like letter of recommendations, CVs, emails, and how to apply for the passports, and I gonna make different videos from all the topics in depth, so you can check the playlist if already made, if you're watching late. So it would be good for you for applying for doing the application from 0th level to the final. So there is no need to hire any sort of consultancy. Okay, so these all the things you need while application. So after applying for the universities, generally the university is open for the September intake. From September it goes up to June, July. There were different calls: first call, second call, third call, fourth call, something. So many of them have only one call, many of them have 2 to 3 calls. So you have to check that your course is how many calls and when they are going to start. Although you can do mail to the official mail of the universities and can ask for the call is open for such and such or not, and you have to be updated like that. Okay, so while applying there must be a thing that you must consider. Many of them find it difficult while applying for the visa. What the thing is that using a same mail id, right? Using the same mail id while applying for the university, and using the same mail id while the visa process, right? The both mail IDs must be same, so you have to remember the password of it and the mail ID. So it's a mandatory thing. Many of the YouTubers doesn't mention it, and many of the consultants from whom you are applying do not share the ID and password with you. So do consider asking for your ID and password, right? So that's the thing. After doing application, it might take from a week to a month or two to get acceptance letter from the universities, as the competition for the Italian universities is exponentially increasing, right? They were getting a lot of applications, and it is getting harder to get an acceptance. But applying, that's why I told you that applying for 5 universities is good. So even though if you get rejected from 1 or 2 universities, you have a chance to get an acceptance letter from others, right? So that's it all. I would gonna made a video on how to shortlist the universities, so you can check right in the description box. If you want, you can do comment in the comment box that is specific what video you need. I would like to made it, right? So after application you get an acceptance letter around Jan or February though. So you have to check that when the pre-enrollment would gonna open for the specific university, right? So when the pre-enrollment open, there is no hard and fast rule that you need such and such things. They mention that you have to apply, you have to upload this and this document, and the pre-enrollment is free of cost. But out of 10 universities, 8 they doesn't need an amount for pre-enrollment, but 2 out of 10, 2 of them may need that you need to pay this and this amount, like around 18 to 20,000 k in Indian INR. So that's not an issue. You can pay 18 to 20,000 and the pre-enrollment would be done, right? So after pre-enrollment, there is need to get the scholarship document prepared right before applying for the scholarship. So the scholarship documents mainly composed of the 3 main documents: the family composition, first one; the second one is the bank balance certificate; and the third one is the no property certificate. You can get the no property certificate that you don't have any property and you are living on a rented accommodation. It is specifically, although you had your own house, but to get an scholarship and get on higher ranks, that you get an university accommodation too. So to be on higher ranks, you need to show that you didn't have an you didn't have any sort of home and all. So the no property certificate you can make. The 3 things should be apostille and attested, right? So 3 things should be apostille and attested, HRD attested from MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, and then they can be uploaded while the scholarship opens for the specific region, right? You, for an example, that the Sapienza University of Rome, right? It is in Rome, so it lies in the Lazio region. Okay. So Lazio region means the states. You can compare it to India, that there were Italian regions, and in India the states were there. So for the region Lazio, there were universities like Rome Sapienza, Roma Tre, University of Tor Vergata, University of Casino, and many more public universities. So you have to apply to the Lazio portal on the regions portal. The portal name Lazio di scholarship, right, for the regional based scholarship. If you are applying for the if you are applying for the bachelor's, there is one and only option that you can apply only to the regional scholarship, means need based scholarship. The need based scholarship comprises of that checks your level of that it checks your level, that how much money do you if you belongs to a lower like you are earning not a lot of money, so that's a need based, means if you need it you can get it, right? So that's all. And if you are applying for the masters, there you can have a chance to grab a regional based scholarship or in the merit based scholarship. Merit based scholarship itself, the name suggests that it's checks the merit of any student, right? So there is an higher chance of getting it. It's an competitive too, but you can get it. And the stipend is high there, okay, so you get a more stipend than in regional based scholarship, right? So and you can use it while the visa funds, but you usually get it late. If you get after the application to the visa, then there is no chance. If you get it earlier, then you can use by showing that I got this and this merit based scholarship. You can't use the need based scholarship, as the need based scholarship the winner list come September, August, or like that. So you came here, then what is the use of it, right? So after applying for the scholarship, the ranking list comes, and consistently you have to apply for the visa too. So you have to prepare the documents like the checklist or they mention while the appointments open. So do check the checklist, what they mention is specific documents, and before that, prior that, you have to make an DOE or CHIMIA, right? It's an declaration of value, DOE stand for, and the CHIMIA. So CHIMIA you can made it by your home seating it, but it's too costly, like 30,000 INR to 35, I think. I didn't remember the specific amount, but 30 to 35,000, and the DOV charged around 2,000 rupees, right, Indian rupees. So it's an huge difference. So generally many of them apply for the DOV, but if they specifically your university asks for the CHIMIA, you have to apply for that. It's just an criteria that the level of Indian education is equals to the Italian education system. So that's it all. You have to use these documents while applying for the visa, so you can make it before the visa, and you can apply to for it like with the visa, right? So on that, the attestation and HRD apostle to be done for the DOV in CHIMIA, and the translation to be done from the legal authorized translators. What they mentioned, that these were the translators from whom you can translate, although you can use the VFS Global, so they can translate you, give and translate you, or the other translators too, like lingua translators and all. So it's your choice from whom you need to translate. I suggest you to translate through VFS Global only, because they got used to with the visa process too, and they were the mediators between the Italian consulates and embassies and the visa, the student who apply for the visa, right? So after getting in CHIMIA or DOV, or while applying the visa, you apply for the DOV CHIMIA, that's it all. You can go apply for the visa, prepare the documents like motivation letters plays a major role while getting a visa, and you have to mention all of the things, the visa funds, from where did you get, and all the you have to mention that all about the visa funds specifically, and let hope for the best that you get a visa. Although many of them get currently pre-refusals because the visa issue is going tougher and tougher day by day. So it might be a case you get a pre-refusal, but let's hope for the best that you get your visa successfully, right? So that's it all. You get an visa, you can go for the Italy, and the further process can be done like the residence permit and all. So that's all the timeline that you came here like in September or something. You start while September, you come, it's an whole 1 year process. So you have to be patient while whole process, right? So patience is the key, and being honest while visa interviews and all raises your visa ratio, and showing the funds, the proof of funds and all. So that's it all from my side. If you like the video, if you find the information valuable, please do like the video and share it to your friends who needs it specifically, and do subscribe to the video, do subscribe to the channel. It's free of cost, and it really keeps us motivated to work like this. And this is the new channel, so you have to support it. Like, okay, so this is signing off.